Hello, everyone. This is Rocket back with the ISCRO Junior Series, and today we are finishing the inaugural season of the Junior Series. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for one final race this season. No championship on the line today, as Kenny Moma, with his incredible season, locked up the title a race early last time out at Provo. But there is still one more race win up for grabs, and there's actually still a intense points battle going on throughout the field. Because, yeah, Moma's fine, but Barnes and Brett Moma, they're close together. Hans Fischer's not far back, so there's an intense battle for second. And then fifth and sixth are tied, and from Brandon Morris on back to last in points, Christian Vargas, drivers are separated by marginal amounts of points from each other. They're just for example, Morris and 10th in points, Tristan Faulkner, are separated by 9 points. Well, actually, it's 11, but it's very, very close throughout the field. So a lot of potential, a lot on the line here today. A lot on the line for a lot of teams, and just a lot of young drivers want to go out on a high note with a win here today. Well, we get down to the track for the starting lineup, where on pole is Nonagon Scott in car number 40. And, well, Scott will not be returning to full frontal next season. He's had a pretty solid season. He will actually be joining Mercedes Junior Series program next year. So Nonagon Scott, the young Brit, will have the honor of being the first Mercedes driver in ISCRO. So that's something exciting for him to look forward to. On his outside is Christian Vargas, looking to end this season on a high. He's had some potential, he's shown some potential, just hasn't really had the luck. And he definitely wants to go out on a high, especially since he is moving up to PLS next season with McShane Motorsports. Row 2 has Anthony Moore, someone started his season well and completely fell apart in the second half. He comes in as around 23rd in the comes in around 21st in the points. Really needs a good run today in order to press the team. Tristan Faulkner, someone who had a terrible season and turned it around, starts on his outside. He comes this race in the top 10 in points in P10, looking to end on a high. Row 3 has the two Chevrolets. Last race, this will be Monaco Dynasty. Alex Gray, coming off of his first career win, rolls off 5th, and AJ Canton, who will be going to Honda next season, starts on his outside. Row 4 has Anderson Reed, who will be running his last Junior Series race, at least for now, and Stanton Faber, who is doing likewise, as he'll be moving up with Station 11 Motorsports for 2020 in the PLS. And your top 10 we have Marcel Page at car number 36, returning to Ford, and Carla Violet in car number 45, who will be returning to Bavarian Lightning next year. We go for the rest of the field here. Brandon Barnes, second in points, doesn't really start where he would want. He does start ahead of Brett Moma, though. Pontiac has just not been doing good in qualifying the later part of this season. All three of these guys qualified in the back once again. Francois Chastain bringing up the rear. This guy's worth noting. This is not Will Michels. It's actually Mitchell Carter driving car number 31. The story here is that sometime after Provo, Will Michels was caught in violation of. What was it? I'm blanking on my words. Fuck. Here, conduct violation. Yeah, he was caught with a major conduct violation, and ISCRO suspended Michels indefinitely. So Monaco Dynasty needed a driver to step into the 31. The Morris here to 26. The white and dark blue 26 car. But yeah, Michels was indefinitely suspended, and Mitchell Carter, who he's not going to be a regular driver for this team or anything like that. I mean, Monaco Dynasty won't be a Chevy team next season, but Carter was making his debut today. The car he will be driving next season is actually starting directly in front of him. That 42 car for full frontal next gen. Colton Treslin, despite suspicions that he wouldn't be returning to the series, the guy he's in at 42 right now actually will be. He'll be replacing Taylor Decker in this 41 car right here. But that is enough of that. Why don't we go ahead and get those engines fired up and let's to go racing eventually. Fired up to go racing here at Las Vegas.
To your cars.
Certainly potential for chaos here. The drivers will definitely not want to push too hard, but push too hard, or else he may get a mess. 61 laps ahead of us. We wait for the command.
Start your engines.
Hello, Brock. Engines are fired. Field of 23 will get rolling here for the final time this season. The inaugural Junior Series season has been very interesting, with some twists and turns and a very surprising display of dominance from one of our young drivers. But the season will come to an end here today. 61 laps ahead of us. We'll find out who the final winner of 2019 in this series is going to be. 23 drivers. The field of 23 getting ready to go racing out here in the desert. Nagan Scott and Christian Vargas rolling through turns 3 and 4. Watching that pace car. It's going to pull down into pit road here. Coming off of turn 4, pace car will peel off for pit road right here. Nagan Scott leads us down to the line. So waiting for that green flag to come out. And we're green, we're rocking in Las Vegas for the final time this season. Immediately, Alex Gray making it 3 wide there. 3 wide for second. Just Gray wasting no time getting to work, getting very close to the 83. Aggressive racing right off the bat. Just trying to make moves early in the going. Get that early track position. The package being used here is pretty different from what the STS and the PLS have been using in seasons past. Should not be nearly as packy as we're used to. Yeah, we're already seeing a bit of a breakaway up front here. Anderson Reed got a great run, and he's going to try and make the move on Alex Gray. Nagan Scott holding a nice solid gap. So watch the field thundering off of turn 4. This nice spectator cam seems pretty civil so far. Nothing too crazy, but Brandon Barnes has been cycling backwards. Not the start he was looking for. He'll need to get up there as this race goes on, but it is early in the going. Alex Gray, now he was moved off. He was kind of being shoved aside there, falling back a little bit. Vargas, after losing some ground to start, he's beginning to work his way back up the order. He takes P7 away from Gray. Reed and Moore, the 2 Hondas, looking to make a move. They are all over that 40 car. Moore wants second though. They're not going to work together. Anthony Moore is determined to impress Jason Wolf, just to show that the faith in him was not misplaced, because he probably is concerned about that. But both, right now, at least for the time being, both the Moores are in the Honda program, because his brother Kevin Moore is driving for Honda Racing Tech next season, the PLS. Kevin is definitely been the more impressive of the two. I'm noticing a big gap there. Did something happen? No. The field just kind of split apart. And Barnes is kind of stuck in traffic. Same for Faulkner, who's not been doing so hot right now. But we're starting to see a bit of a gap there. And Anthony Moore making the move for the lead. We'll see if he can get the run here. Noggin Scott gonna try to block, but he can't. Moore has the nose under him, but not the momentum. I think Moore had to check up a little bit there. That's going to allow Noggin Scott to hold on to the lead. Car number 40, and Reed! Huge head of steam, but he can't go anywhere with it. Moore checks up on the bottom. That's probably going to allow Reed... That's going to allow an in for Reed. Could he get 2 wins in that 98 car? Boy, that'd be interesting, because he's not even coming back to the Junior Series next season. Ooh, Gray almost hit the wall there. Hans Fischer, one of the drivers fighting for second in the points. He's on the move. He's looking good right now. He's trying to get into the he's in the top 10 right now. He's trying to challenge Gray for P7. He's got Joseph Maldonado right behind him. There's Vargas. He slipped back a little bit, but he's going to get back in the top 10 here if a move on Paulin. Where is Barnes? He's at the very back. Brandon Barnes is pretty frustrated after last week. Because he had an opportunity to stay in a title fight, and he just did not have a particularly impressive run in it, and it ended up costing him dearly. Ooh, little bit of contact between the teammates there. Faulkner, oh, contact! Barnes banged it. The Fords are already making contact, and Barnes banged it into the 37. They keep it going. Here's Kenny Moma. He's not running that well right now, but I guess he's probably not that concerned to, because, I mean, he's already won the title, so he's just kind of hanging around, not really doing that much. Brett Moma has a little more to play for, though, so yeah, he's going to want to try and get a move on. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Noggin Scott has been dislodged for the lead. It is the MWR Junior team running first and second here. Anderson Reed and Anthony Moore leading that pack. And they've got a big lead on the rest of the field. Oh, we'll see how long that lasts, though. Because you definitely lose a fair amount of time racing side by side, and Moore wants that lead. They are fighting for it. Looks like Barnes has finally managed to get ahead of that little sucker hole, but he's got his work cut out for him. Try and catch up. He needs to get away from the 41 of Decker and start closing in on these guys up here. Man, that is a big lead those two have, though. Impressive run from them so far. Meanwhile, Hans Fischer had a poor qualifying run, but he's up here in the top 5 now. Looking pretty good today. Hans Fischer will be the team leader of Pontiac's development team, which will be renamed Chevron Developments next year. Fischer will be moving over into Kenny Moma's number 4 car. Ooh, Brandon Morris. Oh, he got pretty close to the 77. Christian Vargas working his way back up. And I see this lead group starting to pack up a little bit. And there's the debutante, Mitchell Carter. He was looking 3 wide on... I think he wanted to go 3 wide of Treslin. Yeah, he's making his debut today. And Barnes is stuck in the sucker hole. Ugh. Barnes just has no speed today. Really ending the season on a wet fart if he can't get that figured out. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing, like not trying to work together, because at this point they may have actually cost themselves a shot at getting up there at all, because this group is way behind everyone else. They probably need a caution, to be honest. Alright, looks like these guys are trying to close in. Anthony Moore did just take the lead away from Anderson Reed. Noggin Scott now by himself. Just going to try and hammer in some laps here. All right, we'll see if Scott gains some time here. Yes, pretty significant gain there, full 10th. He should be able to get back up there. Top 5 has basically broken away now. It's because it's been mainly just a fight for 6 back here, and Mitchell Carter in the top 10. Pretty impressive showing so far. It seems he's got the speedway racing down. Fisher does not want to be behind Vargas. But Scott's kind of struggling. He's struggling to really make it up. What are these two doing? Oh. Oh, that's just painful to watch. God, Barnes is having such a good season, man. He choked it away. Let's see. Seems like it's settled out a bit at the front here. Noggin Scott really needs those two to start fighting because it looks like the Hondas have him beat on raw pace when they're just by themselves, like putting in laps. Fastest lap goes to the 26. Brandon Morris, he set an absolute flyer. He is about half a tenth faster than Hans Fischer, but he is stuck in traffic back here. He's forcing a move on Maldonado. Getting a little impatient because he knows he's mired back here and he wants to get up to the front. He's got a good car. And Kenny Moma right behind him. Moma's just been taking it easy, not doing anything too reckless. Doesn't have to push. He's not racing for a championship anymore. It'll be very exciting to see what Kenny Moma does next season. Battle for the lead at the front. But Kenny Moma will be like on top of his PLS seat next season with Dow DuPont. Kenny Moma will actually be making a couple of starts in the Elite Series, soon to be the Pro Series, with Chevron, which is like a huge opportunity for someone so young. And it definitely tells you just how much potential he's got, how much Pontiac believes in him. But yeah, we'll have to see how that turns out. And there you go, battling side by side is, as I've mentioned, like you lose a lot of time when you're racing side by side, and I think that just shows it because look at how much the 40's closed up to these two. Anderson Reed does retake P1, but at what cost? Noggin Scott has the slipstream now, and he should be able to make a challenge here soon enough. It's Vargas in P4, Treslin in P5. He's having a great showing. Carter's broken away from the pack. He's running P6 now. And Anthony Moore going for... Oh, shut up, Will Hoyt. Maverick Junior Team's not even been that good this season. Aside from, like, Barnes, who's presently shitting the bed. Yeah, Noggin Scott's trying to get up there. So he's falling off a little bit, actually. However, it looks like these two are a little faster than him. Vargas and Treslin, they've sucked up to this lead group. And I see Mitchell Carter back there as well. Looks like we might be seeing this lead group kind of Corey together a little bit. We are approaching the halfway point of this race now. Wow, good run for 1 and 2. Reed goes for the lead again. Those teammates are fighting each other. They really shouldn't be doing that right now. That could cost them dearly. Yep. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Noggin Scott goes underneath the 83. The loss of momentum is going to hurt the 98 as well. And Scott's going for the lead. Vargas may take an opportunity here. He's hungry. Treslin's searching high. Going all over the place up there. hooks it down. Treslin with some great momentum. The dodges are on the way here. Full frontal looking pretty quick today. 40 retakes the top spot, and I think Treslin's about to follow suit. Oh yeah, for sure. As long as Treslin can get 1 and 2 right, which he does. No trouble for him. Dodge now runs 1-2 here in Vegas. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, because of course Full Frontal had a very problematic weekend here last year when William Brock had a mechanical failure 4 laps to go when the championship was in his grasp. No championship for Full Frontal this year, unfortunately for them, but maybe they can close out the season with a win. Treslin's really closing up to the back of the 40. He may try to make a move here. But there's Mitchell Carter. Sends it on the 54. The debutante, Mitchell Carter, out of Louisiana. First start in an ISCRO car, and he's up to P3. And, I mean, he's driving a Chevrolet in this race, but he is kind of an honorary full frontal driver since he'll be in that 42 next season. So, it's like a kind of sort of full frontal 1, 2, 3. Dodge certainly has picked out some good talent. Checking the back of the field, see if Barnes has made any progress. He has, actually. Kenny Moma's slipped back a little bit. Ooh, VOA just made a little bit of contact of Decker, I think. But it looks like Barnes has found his pace a little bit. He's gotten up in the midfield. He's currently in P13 behind teammate Haley Takoto. Brett Moma just got into the top 10. It seems Hans Fischer has faded a little bit. Amphi Moore is slipping back. Really, both the Hondas are falling back a little bit because they can't stop fighting each other. This is a problem that's plagued the SCS team as well. Maverick really needs to figure this out because this is a problem. Carter takes P2 away from Treslin. And now Reed will lead the charge. Good momentum. 42 looking a little slow. He may retake the spot. Meanwhile, Mitchell Carter wants to make it 2 in a row for Monaco Dynasty Racing. And we are halfway through this race now. Moving on to lap 32. Yeah, moving past halfway here. And here we go! Carter going for the lead! And he makes it with ease! How about the debutante Mitchell Carter? He is leading in his debut race! What a run! Reed moves in the second. Vargas almost went on the apron there to try and pass Treslin. He's getting desperate. Meanwhile, Axel Paulin, who's not had the best of seasons, trying to catch up to these guys. He's pretty good on the speedways. He won at Paris earlier in the year. Oh, look at that train Barnes has behind him. Oh, I feel bad for him. He's about to get freight trained. Yep, there we go. More Mavericks just not willing to work together with each other ever. That is painful to watch. Vargas doesn't have the momentum down the back straight. He's fighting with Paul in there. Gonna hold him off. Treslin needs to get momentum back on his side. Anderson Reed's now closed up to the 31. He looks to make a move. Doesn't quite get the run he needs. Looks like Moore is a little slow for 1 and 2. Been pretty clean so far. I kind of expected chaos, but it looks like the new package that ISCRO brought to the track this year is working like a treat. It's been nice clean racing. Nobody's like, it's not like a big dense pack, and made us like the junior cars are kind of similar to the PLS cars, just a little slower, so this could be a preview of what the PLS cars will race like. Yeah, it could be a preview of what the Lights cars will race like, like later in the week. Seeing any other guys joining this pack? Yes, actually, Fisher and Page are starting to close up to the back of Paulin. Treslin with a good run for 3 and 4. He's trying so hard to close up to this lead group. Carter retakes the lead up there. It's been pretty tight up here. Some nice competitive action at the front. Reed hanging behind the 31 for now. Gonna try and get a good run in. He's been looking pretty good. Oh, we got trouble. Stanton Faber is slow. Oh, no, he's pit for something. Oh, wait, is there pit stops? Oh, he's merged right in front of Anderson Reed. I don't know what Faber's pit for. I don't think they're supposed to be scheduled pit stops. Maybe I misremembered. It's not a big deal. I don't know what's wrong with 53. Looks like a scheduled stop. How strange. Because you'd think something's wrong there, but I suppose he... Oh, I wonder if he had a tire rub, actually, when I think about it. Because I'm pretty sure there's no scheduled stops. But the game does not make note of tire rubs in the chat window. But they are in the game. So it is entirely possible that maybe Faber had a tire rub on that 53. That's a tough break for him, if that is the case. But, I kind of noticed... Oh, jeez, Faulkner. But I kind of noticed Faber is hounding the back of that 31. He might play spoiler here. He's probably hoping for a caution. What are you doing? Oh my god, I think he shoved Carter in the corner there. I get you want your lap back, but that is excessive. Yeah, Barnes and Faulkner just really struggling back here. Kenny Moma not really having the run he was hoping for. Yeah, he kind of slipped back a little bit. I got just under 20 laps to go now. And Faber is still all over the 31. However, this is allowing a buffer to be formed between himself and the Hondas. It's just as long as Faber doesn't do anything. It looks like he's practically shoving the 31 down the front straight here. I'm a little concerned that he's gonna try something, but like I think Faber, he wants to get back on the lead lap, so that if a caution comes out, he'll be back in this thing. Although he has to gain 2 laps. He's actually 2 laps down. So you basically need 2 quick cautions. I think we're going to be approaching 15 laps to go here. It's going to be 15 to go next time by. I think Carter's starting to pull away from Reed, actually. Paulin's moved up to 3rd. He jumped on more. And Faber's trying to pass the 31. Oh, Faber, what are you doing? Well, it's safe to say that's exactly what Reed needed. It's going to be a huge help for him. However, it looks like he didn't get a good run in 1 and 2 either. 15 to go here from Las Vegas. And Faber just kind of rocketed on by because he's on fresher tires. Got the two Pontiacs here sitting in 8th and 9th. They've kind of faded a little bit. Noggin Scott's faded. He's down to 7th. Little ways off the top. Reed, it looks like he's starting to gain the draft of the 31. He might have an opportunity to strike here. However, we may need to watch if these three right here, Paulin, Moore, Treslin, gonna see if they will actually work together. And no, they're not. I couldn't even really finish my sentence before they proved me wrong. That's probably gonna cost them at the end of the day, because if they want to get up there and fight for the win, they need to work together. Geez, Kenny Moma is really taking it easy. He's at the back of the field. Yeah, look at Faber. He's just gone. Faber is gone. Reed's going for the lead now. I wonder if Faber passing the 31 caused the momentum swing. Carter definitely will not be writing Faber a Christmas card in the offseason. I suppose it's for the best that they won't be in the same series next year. We're almost at 10 to go here. Anderson Reed very close to a second win. Having a great showing on these speedways. And I bet Honda's wishing he came back. I bet Honda is wishing he would want to come back, because he's shown a ton of speed. But at last, this is his last race in the Junior Series for now. And he might go out off a bang. That said, Paulin's closing in, I think. Yeah, Paulin and Treslin, they both gained pretty significantly last time by. There could be a battle here as we hit 10 laps to go in the 2019 Junior Series season. I think Reed's pulling away a little bit. Looking at the pack here. Looking back here, Barnes. I don't think Barnes is getting second in points. He's having a pretty miserable race. And Tristan Faulkner's probably gonna lose his top 10 points finish, because this run is looking more like his early season performance. He's really struggling on these speedways. Barnes has made a move for, I believe, that is 16th. Don't think he's gonna get up there. Brett Moma holding on to a top 10 run here. Still been pretty clean up here. Pretty straightforward. Treslin wanting P3. He thinks he's faster than the 6. He's gonna make it. Gonna get by him. Try to lead the way. He wants to make his charge to the front of the field. Approaching 5 laps to go, but no one's been able to do anything about Anderson Reed. Carter looks slow. I think he got a little bit of a run there. Yep, got a good run. Might try and make the move here. Yep, goes down low. Can't get the momentum, but that's probably going to help the 42 a little bit. If Treslin can get in their draft, that might mean everything. Because I think Treslin's got a pretty strong race car. 5 laps to go this time for Anderson Reed. Carter just can't seem to bring it in. Treslin, poor run in 1 and 2. That might be all she wrote for the 42. Just can't keep it consistent. Takoto's in. Why is Takoto in? Oh, flat tire. Tire going down with 5 laps to go for Haley Takoto. And that is not how she would have wanted to end her season. But back at the front, Carter once again all over the bumper to 98. He's closed up again. Paulin's made a move for third. He needs these two to battle. And Carter's going to go for it right there. Dives it in. Makes the move. Carter's leading the race once again. That's going to allow Paulin to get ever closer, but I think you lose more time fighting in 1 and 2 than you do in 3 and 4. That was a pretty effortless move. I saw the car spitfiring there. I wonder if they're running low on fuel. Might need to be a little careful to bring it home here. But at the same time, these guys up front, they have to push if they want to win this race. 3 laps to go for Mitchell Carter. First start. He wasn't here for most of the Junior Series season. Stepped into the 31, replacing Will Michtels. He will be racing next season with Full Frontal. He's got a shot to win it all here today on debut. But Anderson Reed has something to say about that. Great run off. 2 to go now. This is exactly what Paulin needed. They're going to fight it here. And Reed checks up a little bit. Paulin doesn't get the run. Carter's going to be able to slip back in line. Carter's going to probably have one shot here. Paulin's going to take it away, though. No, he won't. Carter throws a block. Oh, he wiggles a little bit. That might be it. That may have cost Carter his momentum. 1 to go. Final lap of the season. Anderson Reed, the outgoing driver, looking to win in his final race of the year. But Carter surges off of turn 1. Down to back straight. Is he going to have anything for the 98? He can't make anything stick. Checks up a little bit. He's not going to get there. Off the final corner, it will be Anderson Reed, winning his 2nd race of the year here in Las Vegas. Great battle. Great battle to the line. A great battle to the line. A great end to the season. Congratulations on Anderson Reed. His 2nd career win and Maverick's 2nd career win in this series. Mitchell Carter, so close. But I think William Brock is feeling very happy that he picked up Carter, because that was the first race for this kid, and he'll be with them full time next year. Axel Paulin not had the best season, but he'll end his year on a high in 3rd. Nagan Scott in 4th. And Anthony Moore of a good performance in 5th there. Colton Treslin fell off a little bit to finish 6th. Fisher 7th, Brett Moma 8th, Joseph Maldonado in 9th, and got Christian Vargas bringing up the rear in P10. And get the exports in before I look any closer. Brandon Barnes finished 14th. I don't know if he's able to hold on to 2nd in points. Faulkner, I'm sure, will be disappointed of his performance there. Kenny Moma quietly comes home 16th. He had nothing to play for today, so I think he just wasn't too worried. While Reed goes and celebrates the win, and Moma will of course be just pulling it in to celebrate his championship that he sealed. He sealed it a race early, but now that the season is over, Kenny Moma is officially crowned your 2019 ISCRO Junior Series champion. Congratulations to him, and good luck in his future endeavors in the PLS and the Sunoco Pro Series. It's been an exciting season for a new series. So certainly a lot of potential for definitely a lot of potential for this young series full of just upcoming talents. And it's going to be exciting to see what 2020 brings in all facets of ISCRO, but also for the 2nd season of the Junior Series. Kenny Moma completely dominated this season, but it was a very competitive points battle from 2nd on down, so it definitely leaves me to wonder who will be the king next time. Thank you all for watching this season of the ISCRO Junior Series. I hope you'll enjoy the upcoming broadcasts for the Panasonic Light Series and Sunoco Elite Series finales. Still have plenty of exciting racing action ahead of us here in Las Vegas, but I hope you enjoyed this race, and that will be it for this season. I am Rocket. I'll be signing off, and I will see y'all next season.